Okay, I'm going to show you how to do direct proportion. As you can see on the board here, we've got a situation that says y is directly proportional to x, and then we've got some values, and it's asking us to write the relationship between x and y. What this means is that y and x are related by a multiplication, and you can write it like this. Y is proportional to x, that's the proportional symbol. Alright, this can be replaced or written as y is equal to k times x. So I'm replacing the proportional symbol with equals to a multiple of x. This k symbol is also called the constant of proportionality, and it's just a number. So what we need to do next is figure out what that number is. So we have the formula, we have the relationship, we just need to put the right numbers in from the question. So if I substitute, so 56 is equal to the constant times 7, we can now work out what k is. Something times 7 is 56, that means the k is equal to 8. So I can now rewrite my formula as y is equal to 8 times x. This means that y is related to x by 8 times. Right, now we're going to take our question a step further. We've got the relationship between x and y, and we've written it. We're now going to put in values and find different situations. So the first situation is find y when x is 10. Well, this is a simple substitution. You're going to swap the x for 10 and then just work out the answer. So y is equal to 80. The second situation, find x when y is 72. You may notice that they've reversed the situation this time. So what you've got is 72 is equal to 8 times x, in which case you need to find out 8 times something is 72, so work backwards, 72 divided by 8, so x must be equal to 9. Okay, I'm now going to show you another direct proportional situation, but this time y is directly proportional to the square of x. What that's going to do is change the formula you're going to write. So where it says write the relationship, last time we wrote y is proportional to x, this time we're going to write y is proportional to x squared, because it's the square of x. What you do next is you just replace the proportional symbol with equals a number times x squared, because proportionality is just a multiplication of what you're doing. Then, like last time, you have to substitute the values you have to figure out what the constant of proportionality is here. So we have 32 is equal to something times 4 squared. Working this out, we get 32 equals k times 16. So k must be 2. Therefore, in order to answer this, write the relationship. It's going to be y is equal to 2 times x squared. Right, now we're going to put some values in and figure out what they are through the relationship we've made. So this time, x is equal to 5, we need to find the value of y. So what you do is you substitute and then just do the calculation. 5 squared is 25 times 2, so you must remember to do your BIDMAS. So you get y is 50. Right, for the second part, they usually reverse the calculation. So this time you've got the answer and you need to find the value of x. So you've got 162 is equal to 2 times x squared. So working this backwards, 81 is equal to x squared, and therefore square root of 81 must be x, so x must equal 9. now I'm going to show you how to do inverse proportion. So here we have a question that says y is inversely proportional to x. And it says here, write the relationship. Well, that means the relationship is going to be y is proportional to 1 over x. Now again, we need to replace this proportional symbol with a constant, with a multiplication, because proportional just means a multiple of something. So y is equal to k divided by x. Once again, we need to substitute the values we're given to figure out what the value of the k is, to figure out the constant of proportionality. So this time, 20 equals k over x. The x is worth 10. So to solve this, we need to times by 10. So k is equal to 200. And therefore, our final relationship, our formula, is y is equal to 200 divided by x. Okay, here we have the situation again where you have to put values in and solve the situation. So find the value of y when x is 40. On this inverse proportion relationship, we're going to put y is equal to 200 divided by 40. So therefore, nice and easy, y must equal 5. On the next part, it's the reverse again. It's asking you to find the value of x when you're given y. So this time 4 is equal to 200 divided by x. Now to solve this, you need to remember your rules of what you do for solving equations, and you can look at the Solving Equations podcast. But the idea is you need to balance this up and get 4x equals 200. So therefore 4 times something is 200, so x must be equal to 50. Alright, here we have another inverse proportion situation. This time, y is inversely proportional to x squared. So the relationship for this one is going to look like this. Y is proportional to 1 over x squared. And again, replace the proportional symbol with your k value to get your formula. Then once again, substitute your values into the formula to find out what the constant of proportionality is. So 4 is equal to k divided by 5 squared. So 4 equals k divided by 25. So k must be worth 100. Therefore, our formula can now be written as y is equal to 100 divided by x squared. And that's the relationship between x and y. Right, I'm now going to show you a summary of all those rules. So if you get y is proportional to x, you write y is proportional to x and then change it to y equals k times x. If you get y is proportional to x squared, your situation is y is proportional to x squared. Replace the proportionality with y equals k times x squared. If you get y is inversely proportional to x, you're going to write y is proportional to 1 over x, or y equals k divided by x. And lastly, if you get y is inversely proportional to x squared, you're going to write y is proportional to 1 over x squared, or replace it, y equals k over x squared. So for the relationships, what you need to remember are these format of formulas.